Balance transfers could be a good option for anyone who has high interest debt and wants to save on interest while paying that debt down over a few months or longer. But how do balance transfers work? And if you're shopping around for one, what should you look for? It's kind of like refinancing a mortgage or student loan, but on a slightly different scale. You transfer high interest debt from an old credit card onto a new credit card that charges 0% interest for a long period of time. Once your application for a balance transfer credit card is approved, you can initiate the balance transfer to the new card. The new credit card company pays off your debt to the old credit card company, and then you begin making payments to the new credit card company. You can't transfer a balance between two credit cards that are issued by the same bank, so you want to pick your card carefully. Balance transfer credit cards are not a get out of jail free card. You still need to pay off the balance that you moved over. You can just potentially save a lot of money on interest while you do. Credit card debt is expensive. A NerdWallet study found that the average US household with credit card debt spends around $1,100 a year on interest. If you're doing a balance transfer, here's what to look for. Ideally, you want a card that doesn't cost a lot to carry because the whole point of transferring a balance is to save money. So look for a card that charges no annual fee and has a nice long 0% interest period so you have a lot of time to pay off your debt. Also look for a card that charges a low balance transfer fee, about 3% or less. You also want to keep an eye on the calendar because the minute that 0% interest period ends, you'll owe interest on any remaining balance you haven't paid off yet. And that interest rate could be really high. Your interest rate can go from 0% to 25% APR overnight. So if you don't think you're able to pay off your debt completely by the end of the introductory period, just keep in mind that you're going to have to budget a little bit of extra money to cover the interest that's going to be charged on the remaining balance. Like all credit cards, balance transfer cards are subject to market conditions. In other words, what's going on in the economy. Credit card issuers sometimes require you to have excellent credit to qualify for a balance transfer credit card. So if you don't have excellent credit, you might have to consider other options like personal loans to pay off your debt at a lower interest rate. Balance transfer credit cards can be a great option if you have a high credit score and you want to save on interest while paying down a credit card debt over a long period of time. I know people who've used balance transfers to save money on payments for an engagement ring or a new refrigerator or some other really big major purchase. But if you think you can pay off your debt in 3 months or less, it's probably not worth going through the effort of applying for a new card and transferring a balance. You could just stick with the cards you already have and pay down your debt as quickly as you can. So that's basically how balance transfer cards work. I hope this was helpful for you as you work to pay off your debt and save money in the process. I'm Sarah, a personal finance writer at NerdWallet. I've actually never had a balance transfer card. My style is more save up the money and then spend it later. That's just how I like to do things. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe.